I did. It's in your X.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I don't log into X on the computer.
My bad. For some reason, I couldn't pull up your email, but.
Oh, it's okay. It's all good. All right, I'll be in a second.
Okay.
What's up, my guy?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You hear me?
Yep. You ready to go?
Yep. I'm even ready. I got my pour ready.
Here we go. I think we're good. I think we're in there.
Yep.
It is.
We're back. What's up?
My goodness gracious. It's been a day. I know it's been
Yeah.
it's been a long couple of hours for all of Big Blue Nation.
Team no sleep
I
over
thought
here.
I thought I was getting lucky being out here on the old left coast, buying me a couple of hours. And nope, ended
Nope.
up having to be up until the wee hours in the morning. Anyways, but it's right, caffeinated. We're getting ready to go and make that pour, and it's time to get after Alabama. But
Yo, I'm ready for it. I even
You know
have
what I've
like
been
a
saying all
Lucky
day?
sweatshirt on, by the way.
Nice.
This is the Lucky
Figured this
sweatshirt.
was-
This is one I wear all the time.
I'm gonna change, but I figured this was it was appropriate. The double
That is
O.
Oway. Hell yeah, it is.
It was what I've been saying all day.
Oway. Away.
Ain't no love in Oklahoma. Oway gonna break your heart. He said, "Suck it, Boomer Sooner. You ain't playing basketball in March." Remix. All day.
Rando, never change, please.
Y'all can have that one. That's free. You can take that one for free. Go ahead, put it out
That's a
there.
free one.
Yep. Oh, buddy. But I gotta tell you what, should never been in that spot. My goodness gracious.
You right.
Should
But-
have never
but-
been in that spot.
To be fair, I mean, Oway was getting straight smacked around.
Yeah. I just meant that I guess the two extra or the two turnovers before that, like the Amari
Yeah.
Williams one, just hold on the ball. He had been making his free throws, But
I'm here. I'm just grabbing my bottle.
okay. Oh, nice. But he was making his free throws. Didn't need to panic. It
Right.
happened, but I think I know the talk if we would have lost would have been the foul on Carr. The ref was getting ready to say something or blow the whistle.
I don't
Whether it
know
was
how
going to
that
be a
wasn't
jump ball or a foul. Oh, I don't. That
The entire rule is to protect players that are in the air, and that was not a thing.
that should have 100% been a flagrant one. If that would have been Carr doing it, or anybody in a Kentucky jersey that day or
Yeah.
last night, for sure.
God, it
would
seems like
have,
it was much longer ago than last night.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't
Like
lying.
I feel like it's been days, but like what?
But yeah, I mean, so Otega Oway just does his thing again. What do you have? 27.
28 at Oklahoma and 27 at Nashville.
So just the emotions from last night. We'll get into like the game and some of the big moments, but the emotions from last night. I'm sitting there getting ready to put out a tweet about how ridiculous Jimmy Dykes is because he was before halftime talking about how the game and the pace, and this was a 84-83 game in Oklahoma. And there's no way it's going to get to that. And of course, we're at the end of the game.
It is Jimmy Dykes.
85.
No, here's why he's the coach anymore. So just saying.
I'm looking, my head's down, putting this tweet in. We're out here in the garage watching the TV, and all of a sudden I see the Amari turnover, and I'm like, oh no. And then
yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're only up 3, and then it's oh no, we're down a point.
Oh shit, we're down a point. Yeah, it was.
And
the pit in my stomach when that happened.
Oh yeah, and Jackson Boy is here with me, and he's full on just like about to have emotional collapse. I'm trying to hold it together, and I'm not doing a very good job. Like I'm blabbering over here. Like we're not like we cannot have just blown this game. And I looked at him, and I was like, buddy, 1, this isn't the last game we're playing this season, so it's okay. And 2, we are going to win this game. Like Otega's going to score. We're going to win this game. And I said it last night on the show. I didn't believe it. Down deep in here, I said it. Didn't believe it. But
that we were going to win?
When it happened, with 5 seconds left, I was like, I just didn't see him getting down the court. That was an unbelievable shot. I said it with my chest.
Left-handed behind the backboard, like.
Oh my goodness! And Otega might have one of the best mean mugs. He might have one of the best mean mugs in college basketball. The flex, like and it was just, it
He
was
looks,
all
he looks
goodness. It was all
mean
goodness.
too when he does that. Like, it's not like just like a traditional mean mug like Washington's or Willie. Like, he looks like, I'm gonna kill you.
Well, you remember Jade said
what
he
it
had.
looks
I think Jade said he had a class with them, or like they crossed paths, and he was like, he is kind of a scary human being. Like he's
Yeah,
a big old boy.
he did.
Yeah.
He did.
But yeah, I mean, it was to the range of emotions that would go in there, and then to see Big Blue Nation sticking around in
Mhm.
Nashville. I mean, SEC now reposted that same video 3 times in 30 minutes of Pope and
Because
whatnot.
it's
And then,
getting the views. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, you got the host of SEC now stopping the show to say, "Hey, I know I shouldn't do this," and
I'm gonna record
recording.
anyways. Yeah.
Like I have to, like you know, he's how many interviews has he done with coaches and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
How many games has he seen? And he's been around ESPN for a while. And he's like, I have to like note this iconic moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because BBN's crazy and they took over Nashville.
Yeah, and golly, they needed that one. I mean,
Yeah.
the story would not be the same if it was again a Thursday loss where that entire. I mean, you watch the Florida right now is a lot of people's favorite to win the title, and that gym was completely empty when that game started.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky fans had to wait double overtime, last minute shots. I mean, it was the game. What time did the game tip Eastern time? Was it 10:30?
I think it was like 10:55. I think.
So sticking around
Late.
And you know, and I mean, and when do you think they started showing up and taking Jello shots?
Oh shit! Yes, about 4 a.m. 4 a.m. People are up in the bar. 4 a.m. yesterday. People are nuts.
So that just carried all the way over into that night, and they stuck around, and 80% of that gym was blue, packed to the house. The Kentucky effect is real, and the only people who disagree with it are
people
haters that just they don't understand it, or they do understand it, they don't want to believe it. But yeah, let's we want to talk about our thoughts on Lamont, or just focus on the positive right now and some of the
you know what?
key
I am
plays.
optimistic person over here, and I don't think Lamont's done for the season. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Should I mix my drink up?
I know. There was a lot of chatter. People trying to read lips on the sidelines. There was some people who were in the state or the arena last night who were close to the sideline, were pushing out text messages, and it was not positive news, but I don't know. I didn't see anything crazy to really re-injure it. I thought when they decided to let Lamont come back, they had did Pope say like, hey, we're letting him play because it can't really get worse. Like it's as long as he can manage pain.
I think that was a different injury though. I'm pretty sure our friend said that on TL somewhere today to somebody. Maybe it was Bantered B. I think Braden said it to Bantered B, maybe on the TL, that it was a different injury. But maybe I'm probably wrong, but I swear that's what it was.
No, yeah. I just but I just didn't see anything. And then the play right before he went out was that great right-handed reverse layup, and you could definitely tell he's hesitant to use that left arm.
Well,
he's still throwing his body around.
He did this with it. I think when he shoved off with it or protected himself, that's when he hurt it. Because obviously with shoulder injury, you can't doing this hurts even for strength. So
yeah, and I'll speak for myself, and you can agree. We have both talked about the fact that we have had similar injuries. You playing basketball, me playing football, tore rotator cuff, labor, had multiple surgeries. I am not the athletic individual like Lamont. I am not talented like Lamont Miller. I don't do what he does with his body. That being said, I know what that kind of pain is like, and it is kind of jarring. Where it's like where that subluxation, like half kind of pop out, pop back in, and it is just pain management. And if they decided, similar to how Missouri decided today, with one of their key players and his knee injury, it's like, listen, this tournament, yes, it's important, but it doesn't really mean anything in the long run. I don't say that to piss anybody off, but do I want to win go until Sunday and win the thing? Absolutely. I think that means something, and I'm glad Pope is pushing that. But if the decision behind the curtain is we're pulling Lamont out right now because if we don't beat Bama tonight, that's not the end of our season. If Lamont can play in the NCAA tournament, then we probably are max at the Sweet 16. And I'm normally the optimistic one. I just don't know that we can keep up with a team who can put a lot of good pressure on the ball and play deep into Elite Eight, Final Four without Lamont Butler as a dude.
Yeah, because he changes everything when he's on the court, for sure. Hi, Adam.
That game would have gotten. Oh, are the chat in the chat?
The chat.
Every time. What's up, people?
If you guys need to, make sure you have your beverages. Are you drinking coffee?
No, it's bourbon, but I'm drinking out of my Rupp Arena cup.
I was like, she had coffee, and I was like, sir, what the fuck? That's the wrong pour.
Yeah, I've had coffee and a energy drink today just to get me through.
I had boba today. It's delicious.
Who?
Not who. Boba. Essentially, it's like not the traditional boba with like the milk and the tapioca. No, it's like an energy tea. And
energy tea. Got you.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of caffeine and vitamins in it. So I had one of those today. So I'm Gucci. It looks like we're going to be on time as long as the game before us doesn't go to overtime. But it looks right now like we're running.
I got the TV off right now, but I know Florida was absolutely dominating Missouri before. Texas didn't really have much for.
They get tired. Just kind of wear down.
Yeah, Tennessee got that one. We'll see how this game goes. It's before we get into Bama, Brea, my dude, like Ortega and how great he was in making the shots and coming in clutch.
Brea was just as good yesterday.
Just as good. And I'm not saying I'm the only one who said it. I'm sure someone else had the same take. But what did I say when Jackson went down? I do want to pump up a little bit that on our show we talked about Brea can fill that role. And he's dropping, if he's going to be dropping 20 a game and being that multi-level scorer and having that touch around the rim, on top of the fact that he can just go nuclear from outside.
Mm-hmm. Well, like you talked about before, people have to respect when he's on the court. That's why he's playing so many minutes. Now, I do worry about him like being able to play as many minutes like he has been. Because he's at like 30. I think him and Owe both are like 30-something a game right now. Because you can't really take those two out, to be fair. But
I think he was huge. Ansley didn't light up the box score when he. Wait there.
She said we're going to national next year. I said, "Fuck yeah, we are."
That is literally my favorite city in the world. Might be my favorite place in the world. I absolutely love it. I will jack up a credit score going there, though. My God, that place is expensive and it's so much fun. And
Max credit cards out, Rando, for a weekend in Nashville.
It's hard to say no. But yeah, I think Brea was clutch, and then I was getting into Ansley. Like his numbers weren't great. Like you wouldn't look at them. It wasn't one of his 15-point games, but the hustle plays, key buckets, the mid-range shot that he made in the corner to kind of quiet a run. Offensive rebounds, even the offensive rebound he didn't get, but went off the Oklahoma player's hand just to kind of put pressure on. Like he was big minutes. And then again, Trent Noah, you don't look at the box score and go, wow, unless you're really paying attention to his minutes, to his rebound ratio, and go like he created crucial extra possessions that led to buckets.
He's really good. He's really good at tap out.
All minutes. So,
yeah. And he had a couple buckets. I know he had that pass from Amari, and then he had that rebound putback yesterday. But him and Ansley both, they really did the small things. Like Ansley, a couple putbacks, rebound putbacks. They just did the intangibles, whatever, and like the hard work, because they were some key buckets.
Yeah, it's those plays that get you W's in March. And it looked at it like, if we don't have those second possessions and That collapse happens. It doesn't matter what Otega Oweh does in the final seconds of the game. We don't have
Right.
that shot doesn't matter. So those are what those. I mean, and the last kind of highlight I have is Andrew Carr being all the way back. I think is not getting the talk, or at least I'm not seeing it as he's not getting the praise that he should, because especially with Lamont Butler being out, Lamont and Jackson being out, or is like the anchor, right? Like he is the steady Eddie. He is Coach like go to. I can rely on him, because you see Amari has great games. Amari is super talented, but he does have some drop off at times. Brandon Garrison's an absolute wild card. You never know what you're going to get.
God, he's a menace, and I love him so much.
Yeah, it just you don't know what BG you're getting.
Right.
Colin Chandler, another good game, not great, not breakout yet. But what you get from Carr is just he's going to hustle, rebound. His ability to block shots right now and use his length is great. He's an underrated player, because he doesn't look like he's a real stout dude, but he's definitely strong, holds his own down in the paint. And I don't know how many times I've said it, but his footwork is just absolutely phenomenal.
His footwork is wild.
He can just score from multiple ways. Like there's not a player on our team who can work the block like he can, who can shoot the three, can stretch the floor consistently. His first bucket last night again was a three, so that's back-to-back games where he's coming out firing. And he can also give you a little pump fake, shoulder fake, and hard dribble to the free throw line and get that shot too. So he's gonna have to step up if we want to make a deep run in like get to Sunday, or if we're gonna make a deep run in the tournament.
Emmett, just heads up, Nashville, free happy hour.
No way.
Thank you, Emmett.
I know I'm staying. Yeah. Free happy hour from 5 to 7.
I will say though, BG was good last night. It was really good. He picked up where kind of Amari was slacking a little bit. BG was definitely there.
What was the minute rotation about last night? Because Amari did not get a lot of minutes. BG, I thought Amari couldn't even really get into the flow of the game. I don't know if it was because Lamont went down, and you had talked about it before in the first game, and then in the closeout game of the season, his ability to kind of use his length, defend from the top of the key. He's underrated in that. Maybe that was why with Lamont going down, but I think Amari's play was he just couldn't really get into rhythm.
I mean, I don't know if it was that, because it seemed like but he started the game, right? And it seemed like he was just struggling a little bit, like kind of like he just wasn't all the way there. You know what I mean? Like wasn't checked into a game all the way. But for some reason, whenever we play Oklahoma, Oweh and Garrison just go bonkers against Oklahoma. Like, I know they're from there, so I guess they're showing out. But like, hell, at this point, make sure place sucks. Make sure they know where. Make sure they that they think they're playing Oklahoma every time that we have a game. Like, it's Oklahoma, they just change the colors. But
all right, so let's get into Bama. What do we do with Bama? Beat us twice, our house, their house. Mark Sears is the problem, not having somebody to kind of slow him down, and having Lamont Butler again to play on him, and not having Jackson Robinson. I think it's got to be Otega most of the time, right?
I mean, you can have Otega and you can put Chandler on him. The problem is you have young blood and stuff too. Young blood. Yeah, he's Bama, right?
Phylon, young blood. Bama and Phylon. Phylon, how you say it? That dude's a NBA player.
For sure.
I mean, we're gonna have to have special performances from Brad. Like it's gonna have to be a 7 of 9 type game, I think. Or
Mhm.
or we see, and again, Lamont's on the court, but we somehow see the way this team played defensively in the first 5-6 minutes of the game last night against
Yeah.
Oklahoma. Like, that was a different team than what we've seen all year defensively. They came out and they played physical. They quickly saw that the whistle, at least at the beginning of the game, was going to be pretty tight. Like they were letting them play, and
Yeah.
And they were just okay. That's how we're going to play, and they were connected. The help, they were switching everything, and it's just you could start to see that it clicked. Like all the things that Pope had been talking about, like playing through your chest, and having that that front step going towards the ball or towards the defender instead of like all those things were working. I don't know if we can get there without Lamont, but I think it's going to have to be a special defensive performance or just we're dropping like 110 on Bama somehow tonight just
I
because
think
maybe they're not.
Bama's just a problem. I think the problem with Bama too is we don't always match up with them very well. I feel like we're slower in some areas as far as like on the move. I'm just gonna hope that Bama comes out very cold, and that the boys go nuts because I think we have to play like a 95% like perfect game. I think to pull this off.
Yeah, and until the last 2 minutes, minute 30 of that game, we had a single turnover with Lamont not being on the court. So that's winning basketball. Now, unfortunately, you can't just shit down your leg in the last minute and a half because they want to go full court pressure on you. Like we are putting on tape that hey, if you pressure this team without Lamont Butler on it, it's bad business for Kentucky. You're going to get a couple free shots. But for most of the game, they were doing a really good job at not turning the ball over with their point guard on the. I had said before, I thought the offense ran really well with Tyler Perry. Jesus Christ!
All right, Lydia.
It's been a day. Travis Perry, but he didn't see a lot of burn last night, and maybe because it was physical, they wanted Ortega to be and Bray to be that point of attack guy to kind of get the offense going.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if he can play with Sears. Sears kind of chewed him up a little bit in the last matchup. I thought Perry did a good job. But again, the experience you're playing, a true freshman versus Sears a
fifth year senior.
Yeah, senior. So, and he gets the most favorite whistle in all of SEC play.
Oh my God, he will throw himself across the floor, and it's a foul on somebody else.
Said Pope's on the TV. You got the TV on? I don't have mine on.
No.
Pope on TV?
No. I don't have that on. I don't have it on. But what was I gonna say? I got distracted. Oh shit.
It happens.
I know, right? It does happen all the time.
Sure.
No, I don't know. So Owe was on Sears last time too, and he didn't do great. Remember, he fouled out of the game and had like 2 points at Alabama.
Yeah, it was his first. That was his first game without double digits, right?
Mm-hmm.
He can't get into foul trouble. Can't like Ortega and Bray got to be on the court for extended minutes.
38 minutes at least, I think.
Yeah, and that's a dangerous game, right? Because I can't lose any more of these players. I cannot emotionally handle it going any more broken into
no more broken.
Yeah. I would I don't know. Like I've seen a lot of chatter on X about like this tournament is not important. Who cares? Just start focusing on getting to your seed line is probably set what it is. It's not gonna I don't know that the ability to get to a 2 seed is really there outside of winning the tournament. And that I think the
Doesn't matter
selection
then, though. Yeah.
have their stuff on Sunday. They probably have it by now. To be quite fair. Yeah, just I don't know. We've talked about that a bunch about minutes rotation and manipulation of minutes for energy and whatnot. And at this point, I almost want to just like save these dudes' legs back-to-back games.
Yeah.
Especially for these guys, the experience piece is big, but these guys are like old heads in the college basketball world, right? So it's like they're not recovering like some of these young teams. I guess that's what I mean, but that's why some of the losses that we had earlier in the season sting so much, right? Because we had the opportunity playing today for the first game, right? Having a 2-game bye.
Yeah, we did. I think I'm kind of curious though, like how that goes, because I'm kind of wondering what the meltdown will be like if they do not win tonight. If it'll be like unacceptable. You know what I mean?
I hope not. I hope there's some like in a world of a bunch of irrational fans that
Understanding.
there is some understanding of hey, Clayton Jr.'s head in the locker room. That's massive for Florida.
Yeah, he's their go guy.
Yeah, he's the best point guard in SEC. So
by far,
him is big. Yeah, I think hopefully Big Blue Nation is like this. We don't have Lamont. It sucks losing the Bama 3 times in a row to Oates with the narrative of there was a push for him to be our coach, whether that's true or not. Yes, don't want to lose that dude 3 times in a row. Want to get to Sunday. Beginning of the season, I said that was my goal. That was success for Pope. Get to Sunday, but we didn't anticipate
with many injuries.
Half the damn roster being on injured reserve for most of the daggone year. So if you're saying let's play, like if Ansley needs to get 15, 20 minutes this game, or Noah between the two of them need to get 20, 25 minutes this game to give Brea some blow, so that he can stay healthy and his legs are as fresh as they can be after a full season going into postseason play. So be it. Maybe that's why we're getting BG minutes. Maybe it was a matchup thing, but maybe it's just like we got to make sure
saving some of Amari's legs.
It was the Oklahoma game. It was the Oklahoma game at Oklahoma where I think
he rolled his ankle.
Yeah. So maybe it's some of that. And I really I'm praying to God that that's the thought process for Lamont Butler. Is like there is zero reason to put him back in the game. It was this little tweak. He doesn't feel right. Just keep him out. Now he can have a full week plus of just kind of rest and recovery. And even if he's not in the first game, we should be able to win a matchup against
3-14 or whatever.
We should be able. We can win that game. Because the Oklahoma game, that caliber of team is better than any 14, 15 seed that there are, or 12, whatever, like anywhere in the teen seeds that we potentially play if we do somehow drop a seed line, depending on what goes on. The worst teams, the South Carolinas, that team in the SEC play is going to be better than what we see maybe in the first weekend. So just do what you can to get them healthy and spread the love tonight. And if we get a win, hell yeah. If we don't, sucks.
Dude, if we get a win, we're going to be obnoxious as hell. True.
Very true. Very true. And if we don't, hopefully we are not obnoxious as hell. Like let's
not do that.
That's the hope. Is there's no reason to be like the tournament that actually means something to Kentucky basketball and hanging a banner starts next week.
Yep.
So, it's I understand that people are going to come at us like it's hypocritical because we were so upset with Cal when he would start off the tournament going, I don't care about it. right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not the same thing. It's not saying we don't care about it. It's always obnoxious. Yeah, we all are. I mean, it's hard not to be cheering for this team, but just maybe we try to tone it down a volume level or two. But it's not saying that we don't care. It's saying that, hey, there is a reason now to not try to focus so much on Sunday. That's all it is. Not it's not an excuse. It's not saying that, hey, we don't give a damn about this tournament because it doesn't mean anything. We don't care about we don't care about the fans flooding Nashville, spending a bunch of money. It's not that. It's just saying that, hey, we have bigger goals in the SEC tournament, and if we're going to lose now our best player or our most important player in Lamont Butler, and there's potential that all this wear and tear and playing this tough schedule is going to result in another loss, or we're increasing that potential by playing a dude 35, 38 minutes. Do we absolutely need? Nah, let's just not do it.
Well, and I think too, I would hope it'd be different. The fact that Pope was like, "No, we want to win." Like that's entirely why we're down here is to win. But again, no one can anticipate Butler getting hurt, and not even by falling or extending his arm, just by a drive. Like, you mean so? Like that's
Yeah. I think that win last night was very, very important for the Pope legacy. He got the W. It wasn't a first round exit in the tournament. They went there. They saw a hell of a game. Again, should have never even been that close, but it was, and it'll be a memory that people who were there will remember forever, and that's why they stuck around. And you saw Pope's daughters and Leanne down there celebrating with SEC. Like you just saw like that. It was just so important for the story that is being written for this first year of the Pope experience, which is going to carry on for a decade plus, I imagine. But this is really, really, really important.
What, Adam?
Best possible news about Lamont's. Is that
a question?
Best possible, I think so.
I
think the best possible news is that we find out that he's coming back for the tournament.
I see you. I thought about driving to Nashville today, and then I was like, that's a long drive. I gotta get up super early tomorrow. Probably not a good idea. But
yeah, if I was still out there in Richmond, I would do it every day. It's not a far drive from there at all. But yeah, unfortunately, can't do it from out here. But yeah, let's go get a W tonight. Let's shock the world.
Don't say that. There's people say that it doesn't work.
Hey, Jared, I appreciate the shout out. 400 plus for the first pregame live. I appreciate that. It's been a hell of an experience for sure. I mean, the first time we did a live show, I sprung it on in like 45 minutes and said, let's just give it a shot. We got this new app. Let's go play with it. We had 700 people end up watching it. So again, we are a product of the best fan base in the entire country in college sports, hands down. And winning is always good for business, right? Yeah.
We're happier. We're much happier whenever we win.
Yeah.
We don't win, and we get real ugly.
It is not 400 people watching right now. It is 4, and we're all angry if Otega doesn't hit that shot, right? Just 4
yelling.
of us in our fields. Yeah.
We're just yelling in the void.
What's the game at right now
for what?
Oh,
Florida and Missouri. They've got like
42 left. They must be at the under 12 timeout right now. 67. Yeah, Missouri is coming back. Again, if Clayton Jr. is not going to play, and that's another one. Like
he was in the tunnel, getting stretched. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I mean, it was the hamstring tweak or something like that. At this point, like, why put him back in?
Shut him down.
That should be the mindset it should be the mindset of all these coaches. Like, I cannot have my key player or one of my key players, getting jacked up in the SEC tournament. But you want to do predictions and score of the game?
Okay. Me being the ever
I haven't
optimistic
thought about it
person.
once.
I haven't either. I really haven't as far as the score or whatever like that. No. I'm just trying to be the most optimistic person I could be because that's Cats by 90 all day, every day.
Yep.
I'm gonna say
Did you
it's
see?
gonna be
Sorry, I saw the win streak for Kentucky. Did you see that this was the first 3-game win streak we've had since the stretch of when I think it ended with the Louisville win
Yeah. Because
back in
well, it makes sense.
December?
We've never won 2 in a row in a week in SEC play.
I think we did in the beginning of SEC play. No,
No, I thought the thing was is that
in January.
we've never won two in a week until this past week when we beat Missouri and LSU.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Because we end up beating. We beat Florida, lost to Georgia.
Yep.
We beat Mississippi State, and then we beat Texas A&M on a Tuesday. But yeah, so I guess that wouldn't count in a week because it was Saturday, Sunday. So we did have 2 back-to-back SEC wins, but not in a singular week.
But not 3 in a row though, right?
No, I haven't. No, the last 3 in a row was
in December. Well, no, actually, yesterday was 3 in a row, but before then it was in December.
Yeah. Gonzaga, Colgate, Louisville. Then we lost to Ohio State. Beat Brown, beat Florida, and then lost to Georgia. So, which beating Oklahoma again was the better story, especially the way it ended for Ortega to just break their hearts 2 times in a row. Oh my God! Did you see that video of that kid screaming? That little. I mean, he's a child, so I don't want to make fun of him too much.
The Oklahoma on his or the Oklahoma fan? Which one? Which one?
The fan that was watching.
Oh yeah, that was yeah.
Screaming, spitting all over himself. I don't know if that's dramatic or weird. I don't know. But
that's
sorry
weird.
about it, buddy.
That's real weird.
Yeah. It is. I mean, we are doing it. We are sitting in front of a camera recording ourselves. It is definitely a new generation, though. Yeah, it is a new generation, though, to like take a video of like truly embarrassing yourself, seeing it, and then like deciding to post it.
That's like the girl in TikTok and start crying. I'm like, girl, what are you crying in front of the world for? What's going on? Like, if I cry, there's no way I'm recording myself crying. I'm like, oh my God, look at me crying.
I don't understand that. Like, or like, whatever rant you want to go on, whether it's like political or sports, whatever, where I'm just going to get on a phone and start crying and snot over and then post on the internet, because the internet is not a place for sympathy. No one wants to sit there and say, oh, I'm sorry, but they're all going to roast you. They're all going to tell you how dumb you look. And, it's like people want their feelings to be hurt. And I'm a sensitive person. I don't want my feelings hurt. All right. Score predictions. I interrupted you. I won't do it this time. I promise.
Okay. 93-90 UK. And
okay.
I think Ortega's going to have a get back game against Bama. Because if I remember the first game, I think he only had 10 against Bama at Rupp, and that came mostly free throws. And the last game we played Bama, he had 2 points and he fouled out. So I think he's going to have a get back game.
Okay. Get right game for double O way. Ooh, there's a play there. There's a 007 play there. Someone needs to put Ortega away in a James Bond suit like this.
Okay, I'm following.
I can't do it. I'm not talented enough to do it. There's some way. There's got to be an AI generator or something that can be to like put Ortega away in a James Bond suit.
Okay.
Double
okay.
O way. 00 tag. I don't know. There's got to be a play there. Tegatron probably wins probably wins that one, but if I saw it, yeah, all right. I'm gonna go with Bama. I'm never gonna predict Kentucky lose. Never, ever, never.
I'm about to get ready to, and I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I'm literally logging off right now. Don't talk to me ever again. I thought you were going Bama's whatever. I'm like,
nope. I can't do it. But I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to say we're in. I don't know, because it's such a high. It's so difficult to come off that.
It is.
Be so high, and then go to sleep at 3 in the. I mean, because those boys weren't sleeping. I saw Lamont Butler and Ortega doing freaking TikToks in their hotel room. Who knows what time that was. But Broadway, Nashville Broadway. I like that. That's a good play.
Look at you, Emmett.
Yeah.
I can't pick against the Cats. Okay, I literally cannot. Like, brackets for me are so hard. I'm like, damn. Like,
I have to do two. I have to do like my Kentucky fandom bracket, and then like my actual this is what I like. I'm gonna take the Big Blue out of me, and this is what I actually
so hard.
think. Yeah,
it's so hard to do.
There's two things that you can bank on your bracket, or it's gonna be this year. SEC there's gonna be 2 SEC teams in the Final Four. Auburn, Florida. I think good one. I think Auburn is an absolute lock for. And if you even think about putting Tennessee in that Final Four bracket, you can just go ahead and revert back to history and go 0 effing chance that's going to happen. So
they just can't score enough. Like, they just have problems scoring.
Yeah, they can't do it. Chaz has to go for like 30 if they every game if they want to, and he's not that dude.
He went off this first half today though.
Yeah, I mean he's had flashes, but he's not consistent enough to carry a team through. And they did it with Connect last year because Connect was that dude, and they want Chaz to be, and he's just not. But so back to the game. I'm gonna go with yes. It's hard to come off that. It's hard to come off that high, but they're gonna do it. They're in rhythm. Bama, yes, had 2 round bye. They are fresh, but they're going to come out cold. It's going to be just like the game that we had in Bama where we came out and took a big lead, except this time defense plays. Okay, defense plays, and it's going to be a lower scoring game. We win. We score 85. They score 81.
Okay.
And my player of the game is Andrew Carr.
I'm here with it. Hey, random note here. Coach Pope told Tom Leach pregame that they got the best possible news on Lamont Butler this morning. And Perry is starting, but it's the best possible news, which means I think that he's gearing for the NCAA tournament. Yep.
I knew it.
Yay!
Praise be. Oh my goodness. So, that was like a cloud over this excitement. It was like I was so happy we won the game, but still woke up a little sick to my stomach, going like I have no idea what LB status is gonna be. Like Amari
I see that.
He has done well against what's the old boy's name? Their center that we were going after.
I know about. Yeah, I forgot the name I know about.
I'll pull it up right now because that was going to bother me.
Clifford.
Cliff Amore.
Yeah.
You said his first name. Okay, Cliff.
I was like Clifford.
He has done that. I think I picked Carr one because I said before, like he's the steady Eddie guy that Pope's going to lean on, and the matchup that if he can present a problem for Nelson, and limit the offense. Like the first game we played them, he was in his back injury. I think he played a single minute. Nelson took him to the rack, and then and he was out of the game, and then Nelson proceeded to drop a career high on us. Like if we limit him to that again. If I am Mark Pope, I'm saying, listen, Sears, Clayton, these dudes, like they're gonna get theirs. Sears is gonna chuck up bad shots. That's what he does because he's got the ultimate green light, and they're gonna go in. He's gonna shoot a logo 3. He's gonna shoot a press row 3, and if that one drops at 30 foot, whatever.
All right, so be it.
you let him get 20-25. You cannot let anybody else go off. You have to like stick to your man. You know. Say it again.
Tripped up. Emmett said might have triple double.
Ooh.
I was like, damn, tripped up already.
He did say he was drinking. I don't know when he started, but I like the. What did we say? Heavy Pour Sports has one rule: takes as heavy as your pours. So let's go.
There you go. That's a heavy take.
Sports takes. It is a heavy take. Triple, double, and then Carr shuts down Nelson. That happens, we win the game. 100%.
1,000%.
Take it to the bank. But I think it's go ahead and time to wrap this thing up. Get ready for
Florida, Missouri have 9 minutes left. It won't start at 9:30. It probably start like 9:45 or so.
Yeah. Give everybody time to get a refresher watching the game. I know we all like are ready to just see the game and then hit the rack. But if this happened to go into overtime or it was just extended, I think all of that plays in our favor. Like if the game extends in late, one, it's rest and recovery, but then it's just like, again, we've played in a game. We're going to be in rhythm. Yeah. Alabama potentially coming out lethargic, you know.
Auburn came out really slow today against Ole Miss. So
yeah, and you know, it's if what Pope is saying is true, and we have said this in the past. When he talks ball with us, he educates us. It's very, very fun when he talks to the fan base about basketball. When he talks about injuries, though, he Pinocchio's a little bit.
I have that clip somewhere, by the way. I have posted the clip somewhere of Brando saying that.
Yeah, he kind of full of shit sometimes. So, you know, and now it has been in the positive. I guess it's been the opposite. Like it seems pessimistic, and then all of a sudden it's like probable on the injury report. Okay, but so if he's coming out and the team knows like, hey, Lamont's just sitting for the tournament, we're good, and they have that kind of mindset going on, and you know, maybe that uplifts the team a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. I think and all the pressure's on Bama tonight anyways, and I hope the boys realize that and they just play like loose and free. You know, just play free. Don't play heavy. I'm like don't play like anything on your mind. Just play free.
Yeah, and we've had multiple comments about the refs are gonna be the winners of this game because you know, especially the way
the refs. Do we know?
I don't know. I don't know if we get the same crew as last night because of the time with Oglesby in that crew. It wouldn't be great news. But I at least think we're not getting Jimmy Dykes to call the game because he was on the first two, I believe. So
I don't know. I think at this point he's anti-UK because he's blocked half of BBN and he just does it for shits and gigs for himself.
Yeah,
like he's like it's into me.
Here's the thing: you are on TV all the time. You're a big personality. If people are going to at you and say some mean stuff, and you want to block them, that's fine. But don't go searching your name. He clearly
he does though, like a little bitch.
That's dangerous. Don't search your name in Twitter, right? That's just like you just.
Who else did that? Was that
You don't need to.
Oh, it was Jokic. Dan Jokic did that.
Oh,
yeah, I know his name is Jokic, and I call him Jokic because I hate him. But he did the exact same thing.
Someone posted a video of him. It was a Tennessee that we engaged with on the Heavy Pour account. He posted a video, and it was going on. I think he would. And I was like, "Who is this dude going on a rant?" And he's like, "That's Danny Dockich." And I was like, "That's Danny Dockich." Like,
he looks crazy. I know.
Well, oh my goodness. Oh man. Yeah.
We do have Dykes and Ravitch on the call.
Oh man. I thought maybe they were on the first two.
No, the East Penn guys were on there earlier. It was Jay and all them, Jay Williams and.
That makes sense. So all that stuff probably carries over just because of the times, and we don't have to worry about playing. So it's by the same crew, both behind the mic and behind the whistle, unfortunately.
You know what? I will say this. There's one thing I agreed with, and I never thought I would ever agree with Jay Williams ever again because the man says there were a lot of dumb things. But he did today talk about how physical the SEC is, and that the refs let too much go before like it gets so bad people start getting hurt. You know what I mean? Like, and he's like, I have a problem with how physical it is and how much they're letting go because these people are getting hurt. And I do agree with that. I do agree with that, and I still stand by this. I think the physical play in the SEC, it will bone an SEC team in the NCAA tournament. They will get in trouble because they're so used to playing physical, and they can't with rest the. You know what I mean? I'm convinced it always happens.
You're probably right, but it's funny because I think it was Seth was talking about Patino and St. John's, and they're like they almost cheat because their league is not physical, but because they play so physical, refs don't want to call everything, so they manipulate the game that because their league isn't played. And Patino has brought his system where you're going to play tough, you're going to smack dudes around, and like they're not going to foul everybody out. So like we're just going to play physical, and eventually the refs are going to change the game to how we play because they and the other team's not going to be used to it. So it's funny how between the two leagues how it's different, and that just shows you that the SEC is different. And I said the same thing, that the SEC tournament and probably both things are going to be true. I said it as a or statement, but probably both are true. It's for one team, it's going to harden them to carry them to or, and for other teams, it's going to break them down, and they're going to be early exits because they're either hurt or just fatigued. Both those things are probably accurate depending on what team you're looking at.
Yeah, no, I agree, and yeah, I think so. But we'll see. They lose control. Well, yeah, because they don't call anything for a little bit, and the teams get chippy, and then they call too much, and it completely ruins the game. Yeah. Like they can't find a middle ground.
It's the consistency, and it seems to be like between halves, where it's like it's a tight whistle with the first half, and then it's a loose whistle second half, or vice versa. It's like they go back and they almost, whether it's, I don't know if they go back and look at their first half footage, or they talk about like, hey, we missed this call, we missed that call, we need to tighten things up. But it's like it can't be such a massive swing one way or the other. It just jacks the flow of the game up. And golly, we have to stop going to the monitor for absolutely everything. And if you
and then they don't review the things that need to be reviewed.
Yeah, exactly. So, and if you are going to go to the monitor for everything, when Colin Chandler, it just like it doesn't matter if you saw it or not. If you see old boy have to get stitches in his face, bleeding all over his jersey, okay, we should go look at the monitor just because.
Yeah, then nothing.
Context the head and neck area, we have to look at it.
So I thought they were supposed to, but I guess not.
It's like there's hard and fast rules that the NCAA have put in there to protect the refs, and they use that statement for when the game's closed down or when they go to the monitor. Then they don't come out and say like, well, yes, they were wrong because they should have gone to it. There's the accountability is absent, and it's frustrating as hell.
Yeah, it's wild.
They won't have a problem with teeing up. They won't have a problem teeing up a coach for getting pissed about it, though. Like I should be. If you're going to suck at your job, I should be able to look at you and go, "You suck at your job," and you shouldn't be able to tee me up on it.
Or try to walk down Mark Pope like Mr. Oglesby did, like a badass.
Yeah, when Pope was squished that dude like a bug.
No, Michelle, I agree with the correct call. Like they review everything for 5 minutes, still get it wrong, which that's. They had, I think, multiple of those last night where. I actually have a question. Why in the hell did they let Amari shoot one free throw and then decide to review it? Like, what happened? What was that?
Again, the answer is I don't know. I don't
like what
understand
the hell?
It's the wild west for these guys. It's like they can do whatever they want.
Ego trips, what it is. They have ego trips.
Yeah, it's the travels last night, dude. Adam, unreal. Fears was getting LeBron James treatment. It was unbelievable.
Homeboy got a continuation from the 3-point line. Like what was that? I was like, what? There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, I'm sitting there watching, and then the kid with the number 1 on his jersey, I forget. He got in the paint. He collected his dribble, 1-2, hop step on a pivot foot, turned around into the end, and then left the pivot foot to shoot the layup. I'm like, what? How
Homeboy did a whole dance routine. Whole dance routine up in that paint.
Close. It wasn't even close. The boy got a ticket from Oklahoma to Nashville and back, and they still didn't call him a travel. It was just, it was unbelievable.
I was like, what the? Yeah, it's it's bad.
They need to go with, they maybe less reviews, but give the coaches one challenge per half or something like that, so that we can sit there and if I feel like something needs to get reviewed, I do the fucking finger wave like boom, all right, let's look at it, and then we don't review anything outside of the coach's challenge until under 2 minutes of the game.
Or just make refs explain why they chose to call something in a review. I mean, I know that'll never happen because refs are never held accountable. But if that was threatened, I think you'd see a change.
Michelle, Travelocity. Oh man, we got some great one-liners dropping in the chat.
Jazz hands like spirit fingers. Yeah.
How's the other game looking? Where are we at right now?
I think Florida's up by like 10 or 12, and they're up by 7. I like 7, and there's 6 minutes left. So we won't start until 9:45 or 10 o'clock maybe, depending on how long this takes.
Yikes! All right. Well, what was your score again? You remember? You said 93.
93-90. 93-90.
And I
said 85. Yep.
Carr, 85-81 Carr. You got Ortega.
Mm-hmm.
Big game. Florida's up 9 now. Yeah, I think Florida wins this game. Is Clayton back in? Or is he out still?
I don't know. Someone just got fouled. I think. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
he's back in. He's playing.
I don't know if I'd make that play, but probably means that he's perfectly okay.
Yeah.
But to me, wouldn't be worth it. But hey, let's go get a W today. Let's just play hard.
Yep.
If we don't get the result we want, it'll be okay. The news about Lamont Butler is huge. Get him back for the NCAA tournament. And again, this is just another game to get experience for Trent Noah, Travis Berry, and Colin Chandler, forcing them to get minutes. And then again, the opportunity is there for Ansley to have a massive game like he has in the past. So 100%. Oh, nice. Kentucky baseball. Let's
give up the lead.
Around. But yeah, let's go. Let's do something special in the tournament like Pope wants to do. Let's catch Bama off guard, thinking that they're going to walk in there into Nashville and just take over because we don't have Lamont. And hey, if you're in Nashville right now, freaking Rupp 2.0. Let's go.
Have one for me and make it Rupp 2.0.
Let's have a good one. I don't know if we're on ESPN or SEC tonight. It'll be on the app though. Let me pull it up.
And this is for all 536 of you joining us.
Thank you. 6:30 SEC.
Hi.
SEC Network is what we're on, Adam.
After this game. Yep.
Let's go do something special, both in this tournament and the NCAA tournament. We'll be back on. We'll do a little SEC tournament recap, depending on how it goes throughout the weekend. And then we'll probably have some news about Lamont. We'll do an NCAA tournament game. We'll know our seeding. Let's do a show looking at the bracket. We can talk about how
we can do that.
Our draw. Sound good?
Yeah. I'm down.
All right. Well, we both predicted we're going to win.
Cast by 90 always.
Cast by 90 always. No pessimism here.
Not allowed.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Go Go Cats.
Go Cats.